Hello there guys, Feng here, and welcome back to Cataclysm DDA. Do you know what? I've really missed not making Cataclysm videos. It's one thing I really enjoy doing, and obviously I haven't really been able to the past week or so because of stuff's going on. If you've already watched the channel update, then you'll already know. Anyway, we're now in version 1986. Think about that for a second. 1986. That's the experimental version number. Jeez, that's a lot. That is a ton. I don't think we've actually ever had this many different versions in one official release before. So that's superb, absolutely superb. There's quite a few new features. Now I know we was doing pretty well in our last save, but there's just so many new features that require a new world and whatnot. So I'm decided to just leave that one to one side, and we'll crack on with some of the new features. Okay, that's one of them. Windows doing this bollocks. Fuck's sake, change the colour scheme. Just go away. Why does that always have to come up? Anyway. Yeah, let's crack on first. So there's no new options from what I can tell, but there are a new few things with the game. So I'm actually going to stick experimental Z buildings back on. I'm going to keep everything else off for the time being. Everything else is fine for the most part. I'm sticking static NPCs on, and I'm taking random ones off for a very good reason. I'm not going to tell you just yet. Haha. Okay, now here's probably the biggest new change, and that's the scenario. This is actually really epic. I really like how this has been integrated with the character customization. So, evacuee is the standard default one. You'll start off at the evac shelter. All professions are available for this. Well, actually, technically that's not true, but basically all the vanilla ones are available for this, so bear that in mind. You've also got a few other ones, like, let's just move that mouse because it's fucking flicking. Challenge Lab, which gives you very limited professions. In fact, if I remember correctly, it only gives you access to the survivor one. Giggity. But it also gives you a lot of points to spend with that. It gives you 8 points, which is kind of cool, but it is a locked lab, so it's difficult. It's damn difficult. Infected, you can actually start off being infected at the evac shelter, and that will actually give you limited professions, although it's got most of them already still, so, you know, that's just there. Perhaps my favourite one, and the one we'll be playing with, is Ambush. Ambush will actually start you in a cabin, but it will give you the same amount of points as you would get in evac shelter, but you do start off with being slightly ambushed. Sometimes there can be anything from 1 or 2 Zeds or zombie dogs or wildlife, Z wildlife, to a full massive blown out scale war. It's pretty cool actually, and there is an NPC that spawns in with this as well. Mist. This is exactly the same as the one previously where you could switch to your house. Again, you got all the professions. And Experiment. I haven't actually tried this one yet, but we're going to go with Ambush. Now, the reason why I like Ambush so much is that it does touch on a few things that we've never really got to play around with on my Let's Plays before. The first thing is that it starts off at winter. Winter is a completely different ball game. Compared to spring, summer and autumn. Winter is completely different. Winter, you really need to focus on keeping warm, because if you don't, it's going to affect you. It's going to affect you in more ways than one. So yeah, it's difficult to survive in winter, especially if you're going to start in winter to start off with, because you're going to have nothing on you. But there are a few professions, and I'm not only a few, I mean literally a few. There's 3. So we've got Survivor, which is the standard profession. We've got Hardened Survivor, which gives you access to quite a nice stuff. And I actually really like this one. Gives you access to a crossbow, gives you access to wooden bolts, gives you access to a quiver, gives you access to some of the survivor gear, which is really nice. And it also gives you access to some of probably the better professions, in my opinion. The better skills. So that's quite nice. And you've also got Hardened Scavenger, which obviously will cost you a bit more points, but it will give you access to more of a, I suppose, a scavenger loadout with rifles and stuff. I'm not a huge fan of this particular one, even though I do start off with a katana, which is absolutely superb. It's a really nice starting melee weapon, that is. But you know what, I'm okay with going for Hardened Survivor. It is going to cost 6 points, but in my opinion, it's kind of worth it for the stuff you get. Especially that early crossbow, especially if you're going to focus on that, is really pretty good. Really good indeed. And obviously you've got the survival, fabrication, melee, tailoring and archery. Archery isn't that big of a deal because it's only at 3, especially since you haven't got firearms, but it's all good. It's all good. You can still edit your traits, so obviously we'll do this as it is. There we go, so we take the usual. Now we've only got 12 points left, so I'm going to stick it on some stats. So obviously I'm going to stick some on dex, some on strength. That's going to give us 3 points left over. Now this is actually a really tough one because I really want to take Gourmand and maybe I might just knock the stat off dex. It's going to affect my ranged fairly badly as well, until at least I can get my firearms up. You know what, I'm going to do it, screw it. I want Gourmand and of course everyone's favourite, parkour expert. Okay, so there we go. The great thing about starting the cabin, even though you are going to get ambushed straight away, is that they're usually quite far away from any kind of civilization. I mean, that's kind of good and bad in a sense, because obviously you're not going to be able to get the resources that you need possibly if you've spawned miles away from any towns. But the good thing about it is that you're not going to get really ambushed that much. There's not going to be that much wildlife after you or anything like that. Okay, let's call this one Fengferth. And yeah, we're going to be using the crossbow and the combat knife with this. And that's actually what you start off with, which is really nice, really cool. Start off with a mess kit as well. Don't know if I've covered this in a previous video, but this is actually a really sweet little kit. It's basically a hot plate, but you've also got a containing quality and quality as well. So that's pretty cool. Pretty cool indeed. It does weigh quite a bit though, if I remember correctly. Four's pretty decent, you know. 4's fairly decent. Let's just have a quick look at the other gear, because we haven't really looked at some of this gear on my Let's Plays before. So, Light Survivor harness, it just gives you a little bit of coverage. It doesn't give you any warmth, but it just gives you a fair bit of storage. So that's kind of cool. We've also got Winter Survivor suit, which is pretty epic. This gives you a lot of warmth, 75 warmth. Trust me, you need the warmth. It covers the torso, the arm, the legs. It fits, but there is quite a high encumbrance cost on it. But also you get quite a decent amount of protection as well as storage, which is really nice. Basically the same things with the other stuff as well. The other stuff basically give you an encumbrance of 2. But they're worth it because they give you a decent amount of protection. In fact, I've noticed that you can tank quite well with this gear on. But it's a little bit harder to repair because they require you to have fur. Now, fur is actually kind of difficult to acquire unless you're pretty damn lucky. Yeah, I'm going to have to turn off debug mode, I think. Yeah, NPCs are still a bit derpy sometimes, but not as bad as they used to be. Let's just say that. Okay, now this is actually not brilliant because, as you can see, the only thing that's actually close by is a cave and another cabin. But this is actually one of the more better ones, because the last couple of times I've spawned in the cabin, it's spawned me right next to a sodding swamp, which is not fun. Not fun at all. Okay, we've got a flare gun in here. This one actually has a stove in as well. Some versions of the cabin don't have stoves or have very limited stuff. So yeah, that's actually pretty cool. I prefer the cabin that's got a load of little rooms though, because you can get quite a lot of stuff out of it. So we've got a stove. We probably might make this just home for the time being, and there's actually a dog there. Oops. Yeah, let's back off though now. There we go. Dog's probably going to try and break in anyway. Where's our NPC? Uh-oh. Was that our NPC? Oh dear. That might be our NPC. Yes, it was. God damn it. Just carry on. So, how did he die? That's a good question. But he has got a few nice things. We got a utility vest, a military rucksack, a Molotov. Got some smoked meat, dehydrated vegetable, loads of rotten meat, which is not great. A few plastic bottles. Okay. Can't carry all these bottles, but that'll be brilliant. In fact, we might be able to make some funnels out of that, and that would be absolutely handy. Now, from what I've noticed, you always start off in a lightning storm. Always. It's never been just rain. It's never been sunny. It's always been lightning storm, which again can be useful if you want to go ahead and make those funnels. I think what I'm going to do at this point is I'm just going to store my arrows in my bolts in my quiver. There we go. Now we need to be careful because obviously, oh god, there's a fucking Migo. Oh shit. We might actually end up dying straight away because of a fucking Migo. I'm hoping that my arm is actually pretty decent at dodging. Okay, so we've gone in for 3 damage. Let's just go straight to the combat knife. That's going to be easier. We should be able to... Yeah, we can't run very fast again, but... Okay, we did it for 8. So we block some of the damage with our left leg. Armor protects us. The Migo hits our head. Brilliant. The thing is, if I try and run to somewhere now, it's just going to get a load of free hits on me, so I may as well just keep going. There's a zombie. Oh shit. Okay, can we run away from the zombie before it gets me? Sort of. Oh god. But as you can see, our armor's actually protecting us really well at this point, and there's a few zombies there as well. They just want to say hi. It's this Migo. That is so unlucky having a Migo spawn right there. But as you can see, we're doing pretty well with the combat knife. Shit, there's a dog there. And our armor's really keeping us safe at this point. If we hadn't got that armor, bearing in mind most of my playthroughs, we try to go for effectiveness with warmth as well as storage cap. We don't really go for encumbering armors. So yeah, there's actually quite a significant difference with the way you can play this kind of way. You can basically tank a little bit. Obviously you're not going to be able to tank completely, but as you saw there, you can take quite a bit of punishment. As long as you can repair your clothes, then you're more right. But again, we don't actually have anything to repair our clothes with, but we can get those, so that's good. Pick those up. There's a Remington shotgun there. I was really hoping for something that was made of fur. Unfortunately, that's not the case here. Let's just pick up some of this other stuff. Whoa. Dehydrated vegetable, smoked meat. I'll take that inside. That Migo wants more, doesn't he? Actually, while he's running around like an idiot, I'm going to reload my crossbow. Of course, having encumbered hands isn't really helpful because, well, as you can see, it takes ages to reload. It takes ages to fire as well. He's running away now. He's scared. Good. Right, let's just close this door. Okay, let me just stick some stuff on the table for the time being. Well, we've got some sinew, so we can probably make our... oh, there was some bones, wasn't there? There was some bones that we can definitely think about getting. I'm just going to deposit most of this stuff, though. We don't quite need it just yet. Alright. Let's just close the door back up. Is there anything else that was there nice? There's like a few cardboard boxes. I think we can make some flights out of that, but I don't... yeah, we can make fletching out of it. But we don't really need to, because you don't really need fletching for crossbows. You just need the bolt. In fact, speaking of bolts, we've got a wooden crossbow bolt there, but... okay, there is another... there's a metal bolt there. We need scrap metals for that, though, or chunks of steel. That's something we're not really going to be able to get, I don't think, for a while, which is unfortunate. We can cook stuff because we've got the hot plate thing. the mess kit. And yeah, we can actually make water straight from there as well if we got a few bottles, which might not be a bad idea. But we actually need the water, don't we? So if I get the plastic bottles and change these into funnels, there's a few other things we can get as well. Oh, bone, we'll definitely take those. Black pepper, not really. But what's tallow now? A smooth white block of cleaned and rendered animal fat. Nah. That'll do. Right. So, the first thing we need to do is we need to actually make this damn thing. Now, unfortunately, in the winter, and especially during the lightning storm, you cannot see to craft. Crafting is pretty much impossible. Except it's bright lit there, which is a bit odd. What the fuck? Why is that brightly lit? Any other time it's not. That's weird. That is really weird. Any other time it's not. But we're gonna make a bone needle. How much would you like? That amigo's following me around again, isn't he? Bloody idiot. Makeshift funnel. Oh, okay. It requires 3 plastic bowls. But you know what? That's fine by me. Even just 1. Heard I got this weird rash a few days ago. I do not want to know if you've got a fucking weird rash. Just don't tell me. I'll just ignore him because he's not going to attack me anytime soon. Right, I'm going to activate the I'm going to activate this funnel, like so. There we go. And we're going to make sure that we stick a plastic bottle there. 3 plastic. Can we fill 3 plastic bottles? We might be able to. I've never tried that before, but obviously we need to keep 1, so as we can actually store the water in it. This is actually really unfortunate because this cabin doesn't seem to have an awful lot of good starting stuff. Oh shit, spitter. Oh dear. This might not go well. Oh no, it will. There we go. Sweet. Reload my crossbow like so. Ooh, scratch card. Scratch card. Scratched cash card. Not a scratch card. Bloody hell. I don't think scratch cards would be any good at this point. Adventure Nail Gun now. Those will definitely serve me well. Excellent. Let's just butcher the corpse. Now, there was actually a new building I noticed last night. There is now electrical power stations which spawn shocker zombies, and there's also a new type of zombie which I never saw, which I can't think of the damn fucking name of now, but they could also carry CBMs, which is really cool. Don't want to save and quit. Why did I put save and quit? Fuck's sake. Bloody hell. Right, there we go. Right, drop there. So we got another fur pelt, dried meat, dried fruit, bone. I'll actually... No, let's keep that. Let's go with that. Right. Was there anything else that we needed? We can probably eat the smoked meat. It's got long-term preservation, so these are really cool actually. So we can eat that. That's fine. Brilliant. Did I take gourmand? I did, yeah. That's weird. So we was already more or less full before we even ate that. But again, we need... How much does that actually weigh? 6 volume. That's a lot. So yeah, we need this water. We need it desperately. So I'm just wondering how this is going on. Okay, we've got 1 lot of water. Good. Good. What I'm going to do is I'm going to wait for 1 bottle to fill up, and then I'm going to clean the water and stick it in this plastic bottle. And then what I'm going to do is put the bottle back, and then we're going to go exploring. But for now, I suppose we can actually think about reloading that with the sinew. I'm just looking to see what else we can do for the time being. We could go ahead and get some wood. That would actually be a really good idea. Go away, stupid safe mode. Wood would definitely be a good idea at this point. So we're going to grab some wood. I'm just going to stick it near the fireplace. There we go. Splintered wood, 2x4. There we go. Sweet. Drop those nails there, even though we don't need them. Okay. What else do we need to make? We can actually make some more bolts, which wouldn't be a bad idea. Let's go ahead and... no, it doesn't matter. I have about that rash you had. Okay. Apparently I can't make bolts from the other one. Probably because it's splintered. 15 bolts. That's weird. Then again, I never really had that much of a... never really focused on crossbows that much. Used to back in the day, of course, but not recently. Hello. Okay, so it looks like that one might not fill up, which could be a problem. Is it brightly lit? You know it might be brightly lit before though, don't you? It's because of the lighting. I never thought of that. Yeah, because now it's very dark, but if I go there, it's now bright. It makes no sense. That makes no sense. Anyway, let's stick some water in there. And same again. There we go. I may as well just wait for this plastic bottle to fill up as well while we're at it. And I'll just drink from that one. Just gotta wait a little bit. I might see if I can take down this. Can I take down this? There used to be a. Am I dumb? Don't answer that, please. There was an option to be able to take down... Huh? There we go, deconstruct furniture. I need hammering and screwdriving. Well, we've got an hammer, but we haven't got a screwdriver. No, we haven't even got an hammer, it's a wrench. Bollocks. That's a bolt. Okay, no big deal. Now, I'm not going to stick with the military rucksack on because that's going to encumber my torso too much. 2 is, I already don't like 2 as it is, especially with our abilities as I am. We don't have a lot of skills in melee. Well, we have got a lot of skills in melee, but we haven't got a lot of skills in dodging or cutting weapons. So that's a wee bit worrying, but other than that, we should be okay for the time being. We're in a bit of pain. We haven't come across no painkillers. Do you know what? That's not filling up, is it? Let me replace that down and then start seeing if it fills up. We are very cold at this point. You know what I'm going to do actually? I'm just going to fuck it and then go and explore the other cabin. There's a cabin north which we can check out. That's not too far. There's a road to the south that forks into 3 different ways. It goes to the east, the south and the west. But I think we'll check out the cabin first and see if there's anything up there. At least we know there's guaranteed to be at least something there. Should I take my military rucksack or not? I know what I can do first. Let me get the skirt and let me cut that up so as we can actually repair. Just basically just reinforce some of the stuff that we can reinforce at this point. Oh, hello, amigo. Okay, he's actually attacking me again, so I'm going to shoot him with a crossbow and do absolutely no fucking damage and then cut him up a few times. Something hit your torso. Really? His name is something. Butcher the corpse, and he had a lot of tainted meat, which is superb. Crossbow. Reload it. I wonder if we can we actually can we still build repeating crossbows? I haven't seen one for a while, so I wouldn't know. We can't even build a fucking crossbow. It's probably because we need the 5 arms. We can make a match head bomb. Okay, that's cool. Interesting. So it looks like there's a few more things that we can do. Oh, is that full? Is that full already? It's getting full. Okay. Yeah, I'm fine with that. We're going to head off now and see if we can find anything up here. Because I said so. Need to be careful of enemies. Wild beasties that might live around here. Actually, could we pick any... That's underbush. Didn't find anything. I'm thinking maybe there might be some gallon jugs, possibly. Your face is stiff from the cold. Oh, we don't have anything covering our face. Oh dear. This task is too simple to train your survival skill. That's pretty cool. Okay, well, apparently our face is cold. Can we craft anything for our face? We should be able to craft like a scarf or something, shouldn't we? Balaclava, that's the head and the mouth. Well, we've already got something covering our head, so it's just a scarf. Yeah, it's just the mouth, really. That's going to be one encumbrance. That needs a lot of fur pelts. Shit. That needs 4 fur pelts. What's the difference between that and that? Oh, it's a long one. Oh, it's long enough to accommodate mutated anatomy. Ah, okay, so that's why. So we could just do a normal scarf. That's only 4 fur pelts. We might be able to get one of those off the weasel. If the weasel's running away. Or the dog. I don't think the dog gives fur pelts, does he? Oh, oops! I didn't actually kill him then. There we go. Let's see. Nah, it's just chunks of meat. We will actually take the chunks of meat. There we go. Just grab that back. Get my crossbow back out and reload it. There we go. Right. You know what this kind of setup reminds me of? Reminds me of Daryl from Walking Dead. Pretty cool, actually. I wonder if that was the inspiration of it. Maybe. We have got a zombie dog following us, but I'm not too worried just yet. In fact, I'm just gonna wait for him to come to me. Fire the bolt. LOL! Kill him. Monster dangerous class. Stop reloading. No. It's only the dog. What the fuck? Oh, it's a Zeus. Holy shit. Okay. Well, this is going to be problematic, isn't it? Okay. This armor is fucking superb, and considering it's not, I don't think it's actually endgame armor, is it? I'm pretty sure it's like medium, mid-game armor. Ooh, we've got some fur pelts from that though. That was worth it. We haven't got quite enough to do that yet, but it's close. The problem is now I'm in a lot of pain, and that's going to really start affecting my combat, which I don't really want it to. I wonder if I could make some painkillers, actually. Not yet. Shit. Might need first aid for that. How close are we to this cabin? We're actually quite far away. Didn't realise it was this bloody far. And I really could do with finding... Oh, there's a cougar there. Really could do with finding some... a gallon jug in one of these. Sometimes you can. Might not be able to find them in the woods though. Might be just like on the outskirts of it. So I suppose we'll have a look on the outskirts rather than anything else. Oh, there's a cougar there. Cougar's probably going to try and attack me, as you can see. It's coming right for me. Bastard. Missed again. I'm going to keep missing because of the his dodge. Yeah, it's fine. He's probably going to attack me, but no big deal. There we go. The time I'm going to start moving is if anything else gets ripped. I know my large quiver got not scratched, but actually, it's a thought. It's still very dark though. Bollocks. But on the plus side, we've got more sinew, we've got fur pelts. I'm not going to take the chunk of meat, we've already got some chunks of meat. And we're still full and slaked anyway, so it's not a big deal. Where was that zombie dog? I've lost sight of it. Oh, let's use this. Oh, there he is, all the way over there. Okay. I've actually started using this a hell of a lot more now. It's just so much simpler than trying to bloody find it half the time. Especially in the bloody forest where, you know, the monsters are the same colour as the fucking forests, you know. Okay, so that dog's nearly dead. There we go. Sweet. Wake him up with the crossbow and then finish him off with the combat knife. Works a treat. Really does. Okay. That's a landmine there by the look of it. Yup. We're not going that way. Considering my perception's at 8 as well, I'm very surprised I've even seen that. There's a bobcat. Oh, yes. We might have hit a jackpot here if we're lucky. There is a crate. From the northeast to the west. Did I really just run into it like a dumbass? Wow. Oh, there was actually a zombie dog there though, so that was kind of lucky. Alright, let's just wait for him to come to me and then stab him. Okay. Crate is firmly sealed. Let me take off my crossbow and use my bare hands. There we go. Okay, not a big deal, but we can definitely take them. Don't think the flashbang will be very useful. Static NPCs don't tend to be aggressive, so I've just re-equipped my crossbow and there's another one there. So the reason why I'm doing that is so I just don't damage them and make them less effective. Right, there was actually a underbush right there as well. C4s, grenade, incendiary, a grenade. Attached to this grenade is a name tag with the name Kevin written. Oh, it's Kevin Grenade. Sweet. Does not seem to work like a grenade. That's interesting. Sweet. Okay, so let's get my crossbow. Is that going to detonate in my hand? On my persons? Handle with care. I don't want to activate it, but at the same time, I don't want to carry it with me. You know what I mean? Let me throw it over here, because if it does explode, then yeah, okay. I'm not carrying that with me. It's probably a troll grenade. If it's not a troll grenade, then sad face. Come on, find a gallon jug. You've got to find me a gallon jug. Come on. Come on. Find me a damn gallon jug. It's grass. It's not grass. It doesn't look like grass. Found some trash. Plastic bottle. That's better than nothing. If we can get enough plastic bottles, then we can get a second funnel going, which would be superb. You know what? I think I'm not going to focus on going into towns. We're going to see if we can live out on the world inside that cabin. That seems like a really cool challenge to try and do. And just find stuff that's around it. That's datura. No, thank you. Plant is dead. You can't get it. Really? But there is a zombie here, so let's go ahead and shoot an arrow. Should be able to reload it before the zombie comes to me, but no, we're not going to be able to, so let's get back to my combat knife and do some stabby, stabby, stabby. There we go. Hostiles nearby, that's fine. Doesn't matter. Socks, sneakers, polo shirt. What did I say polo shirt for? Because I'm a dumbass. Monster dangerous to close, stop reloading now. Oh my god, it's another fucking Migo. Shit. Shit, shit, shit. Shit. Yeah, I think the game's got some really advanced AI here. I said shit, and then from the north we hear shit. So yeah, clearly there's some shit going. Oh my god, my. Do you know what? That's really worrying, actually. Large quiver. Yeah, the large quiver should not be in my outermost, really. Let me see if I can change that. If I change it, was it S to swap? Yes, it is. I want the harness, I think. Yeah. Let's go with that. It's going to protect me a bit better. Oh, the Migo doesn't want anything else to do with me now. Wants to go away. What a bastard. Oh, what? What? How many fucking Migos is that? Seriously? It's a good job my armor's really, really good, otherwise I'd be dead by now. Just shows how overpowered it used to be. It did used to be pretty overpowered wearing bloody silly armor like this. Obviously armor like this didn't really exist back then, but even so, there was still stuff that was similar to it. There we go. Well, let's get the crossbow back and reload it. The Migos are trying to look for another fight, I think. I'm going to try and shoot it. There we go. Go away. Move away. Get away from me, you bastard. Right, let's see. This was the cabin I was on about. This is probably one of the nicer cabins. They usually got quite a lot of stuff in here. There we go. Oh, we got sandwich. Let's eat that sandwich. Which is rotten. Shit. Oh yeah, most stuff are going to be rotten now, isn't it? I just realised that. Because obviously it's been a while since people have been here, but there is some tin of beans, which we can definitely eat. There we go. What's that? That's a closed door. No shit, Sherlock. Under the hood, we'll definitely take that. We don't need the charcoal smoker. I'm thinking about carrying weights at this point as well. I don't have an awful lot of carry weights as it is, so I just need to be careful really about what we're carrying. Other than that though, what's that? That's an armchair. That's a locker? No. Oh, the other place for the lockers. Maybe mould. That worries me a little bit. But is it all the way over there? Yeah, it is. There's some dead bodies there, so it might be worth checking that out. Now, I can't read these books, but as you might have noticed, there's definitely some new things going on with the books. If they're red, that means you haven't read them yet, which is really cool. It's a lot more easy to notice. So that's really cool. I've just noticed as well we're 36 minutes in. Actually, I'm at 37 now. Okay then guys, so I'm going to put a quit in here and I'll see you next time.